Alrighty, welcome back to UKSG Winter 2021 here on the ESA Marathon channel. Next up we have Nost with Spyro Reignited Trilogy. And Nost, do you want to introduce us a little bit?
Oh, yeah, so welcome everyone, my name's Nost, here we are with obviously Reignited Trilogy. This is the HD remake of the late 90s classic of Spyro the Dragon. I'm obviously in my, I'm suiting attire for today. I hope you all are going to enjoy it. And yeah, and this is any percent MBS, which is basically Spyro 1 to any percent completion. I hope you're all going to enjoy it. Right, so I'm ready to start off the run. I'm alright to do a countdown then, Viper?
Yeah, go for it.
Brilliant. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are, folks. Welcome to Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Spyro the Dragon, any percent NBS. Thanks to the good lucks as well, everyone. And yes, this is my speedrun attire for events, only for occasions. You know, have to suit. So right, first of all, I'm gonna say something that's a little bit. First of all, it's something I don't normally say, which is I'm gonna be attempting something which I've never done at marathons before. Which actually, hopefully, will make me get the game done quicker, and I've managed to do it straight away first try. So, what I'm going to be doing a lot during this run is I'm going to be aiming to do a trick called a flying skip on every portal entry apart from any flights. The flying skip is essentially the trick that we use to completely skip load screens, because you don't want to watch load screens, right? You want me to get through this game as quick as I can, so I'm going to make sure to get through it nice and fast. If we go through a load screen, that's fine. It just means I have to sit through another 20 seconds of, like, you know, just cute Spyro spinning around and stuff like that. But that's fine. Basically, it's to kind of counter against a few timing methods that we've got in Reignited Trilogy. We've got 3 timing methods. We've got loadless, we've got real time, and we've got in-game time. Loadless, obviously, is basically our RTA timer that doesn't count for load screens like I'm in right now. Real time is what you're seeing on the screen right now over at ESA, or sorry, the UKSG on the ESA channel. And in-game time is what I'm going to show you right at the very end. And folks, yes, throughout UKSG, I have set up a bid war, which, to win was, basically to choose Spyro's color. I didn't get flying skip there. That was my fault. At least I get to chat a little bit about what's going on with that bid war then. So basically, folks, you had the colors to choose a whole plethora rainbow of colors. And the 2 that came up on top was black and blue. So I basically had the choice between black or blue, and because I was told by not just HUDs but also a few of me Sonic runner mates, I'm going to be honorary Sonic the Hedgehog runner today with Spyro, so I'm going to go in blue. But I've not forgot the black colors as well, and that's why I've given Spyro his nice cheeky little black glasses on there, so I thought that'll fit. So basically, yes, so any percent MBS is basically known as any percent no balloonist skip. No balloonist skip, or balloonist skipping, I should say. Balloonist skip is a trick that basically allows you to complete this game practically in 10 minutes, which is kind of insane. But we're not going to do it purely because we'll save that for another day. And I don't know if a 10-minute run is going to be a run that you're all going to be interested in watching. So instead, you know what? We're going for a nice full 50 minutes of getting through each homeworld as quick as we can. Which is basically the whole aim of no balloonist skip. Is that you basically have to go through each homeworld as quick as you can, getting all the homeworld requirements. So for the first homeworld, your main requirement is 10 dragons. And as you see, I've got 11 there just so I can make sure to back up a little bit with Argus. And then the next homeworld is Peacekeepers, which you're going to need 1,200 gems. Then after that is Magic Crafters, which is 5 eggs. And then Beastmakers, which is 50 dragons. And then I'm going to try and get these all right. Dreamweavers, which is 6,000 gems. And then you have to deal the final blow to Nasty Nork. Is this Sonic? Is this Sonic? Yeah, it's Sonic the Spyro, the Hedgehog, Hedgegun. Hold on, Ashikun had it in chat. Spyric the Hedgegon. That's right. Yeah, I'll accept that as right. And heads up, folks, again, remember the UKSG are raising money for Crisis, so please go and get those donos, and we really appreciate it. Viper, and I know, because I know you're still in here, if you want to read any donos, and literally just interrupt me, and I'll have a moment, because this run is very movement tech based, so that literally there's going to be a lot of times where I'll just basically be speaking what's happening on screen and explaining a few little bits. So if any donos come in, feel free to interrupt me, and yeah, folks, go and get those donos in. It's all for Crisis. It's all for helping out for the homeless. So please, really appreciate it if you support out this marathon and the cause. Alrighty. So yeah, this is Dry Canyon. I've managed to get 2 flying skips out of 3 so far. I believe there's 18, and heads up, the real-time world record is 45 minutes and 11 seconds. So hopefully we can try and get sub 45. If not, we can get close enough, you know. It's the goal, you know, it's the goal. Another thing as well that determines load screens as well is also, because I'm running on PC, it's also how good your PC is. I don't want to brag about how much my rig is, but she does well. She does well. Bless her. And also I've got my Spyro mug for coffee as well, because, you know, gotta go fast, right? As what Sonic says, you gotta go fast. So as I said, the main aim for this one is going to be... Come on, get in. Yes, there we go. Okay. See, it's basically... Right, so... One thing I should mention as well with flying skips, and Green's just mentioned... Green's one of my speedrunning mates for Reignited Trilogy. They may have noticed that, yes, I am running at 30 frames a second. The reason I've done this is basically... There's going to be a little bit of... speed game science for you a little bit. Sorry, folks, if you don't like science at school, but... It's what I took for a degree, and I thought, you know what, this is my passion, I'm going to go for it a little bit. So basically, the reason why I've set the frames per second to 30 is because for flying skips, it's actually the best frame rate to go for. And the reason for that is you actually get the longest length of frame for you to be able to capture the first, like, little bit of input going into the portal, which then when Spyro basically touches a portal, the information of the next level gets cached before it gets loaded, and because it gets cached, you can then essentially quit game, and reload the level, and completely skip a load screen, which obviously for real time is really beneficial. It's really, really beneficial. Really good stuff. Here is our final dragon, Enzo. So there are Pink Boyo, and there we are, exit level. Whoa. Hope everyone's having a good day and enjoying their time at UKSG. It's been an absolute blast from what I've seen. Plenty of Sonic runs today, and obviously I'm gonna keep these the Sonic theme going, I guess, question mark? I don't know. Was that science law? Maybe? I don't know. Speed game science.
Not to be that guy, but yeah, I'd say you're carrying on the Sonic set.
Yeah, well, I have to though, right? I have to. just a little bit, just a little bit. You're a blue Sonic enough for me? Heck yeah, you have to, right? One day I'm gonna have to run a Sonic game, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just shout out to all of my Spyro boys and be like, yep, I'm now gonna try and get Sonic Purple somehow. Okay, I have to name every dragon now after every Sonic character that's out there. I could have cheekily gone for green Spyro, which would have been that would have been actually the, I suppose the original classic color before he got repainted for purple. But then I would say they only do that because my favorite Sonic character is Jet the Hawk. But you know me, you all know me. Oh, okay, maybe some of you know me. You mean Big the Cat purple? Oh boy, yeah, that's a point. Big the Cat, right? You need to bring Big. I should have got one of those Froggy t-shirts and wore that over this this Spyro costume. Right, so obviously this is... I've just completely forgot the whole time I did that I was doing a flight level. So folks, that was a flight level. That was... That was... Night Flight. I was going to say Icy Flight for a moment. That's later on. So yeah, that was Night Flight. Night Flight is the first flight of the game. Flights in Reignited Trilogy is a lot different than what they are in the original, because in Reignited, Spyro basically flies a lot more like a plane. It's a lot more, obviously, modern mechanics. The whole way he controls is actually quite fluid compared to the original, whereas the original he's rather rigid, of course. Hopefully, yes, got this one as well. Getting all these flying skips. This is what I want. Skipped another load screen there, and I'm going to do this jump here. So here we are, here's Dr. Shemp, which would technically be the second boss of the game, but this would be the first boss within the any percent no balloon skip route. Now, it's a bit of a shame, because I would love to show you Shemp, because Shemp is a rather eccentric character. But thankfully, I'm going to save the ESA channel by not allowing the stream being flagged for nudity, because basically, how do I explain it? Shemp's got, he's got a bit of buttock exposure, I think it's the words I can use. Which, you know, for one, if I was doing 120, that would be a problem for the stream. Kappa. But now, because I'm doing any percent, I don't need to worry about that. And, oh, I didn't get Ice Cavern. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so sadly, won't be showing you Shemp today, but we've got a few more bosses coming up a little bit later, though. Oh. Oh, dear. We're in Spyro costumes, so it's 11 out of 10. Yeah! Oh, yeah. This is actually a costume I had to import over from America. Specifically for running these speed events, you know. Because, you know, I'm a charity man. I like dressing up for the occasion, you know. So here is Ice Cavern. This is probably my favourite level in the game, actually. Just because of the aesthetic of it. It's like quite a bit of a desert level. It's also got some really cool dragons in here. My favourite dragon, Asher, is in this level as well. But we've still got plenty of gems to get. Still got plenty of Norks to flame, plenty of dragons to collect. Also, going into Magic Crafters in a moment, I should mention as well that recently, and this is a shout out to all of my bros who are doing, who are running this category currently, purely because there has been a massive shift in the game's paradigm, in that we've been... Well, I haven't, purely because I bought a keyboard. I bought a keyboard the other day, but it hasn't arrived. And that's purely because I think the seller who I bought it from doesn't exist anymore or something, so bit of an issue there. But hey ho, I'm running on controller because I'm a bit of a controller traditionalist. Basically, what I'm getting at is the new paradigm, as I like to call it, is keyboard and mouse speedrunning for PC. Because next up, you'll see a lot of levels involve things which is supercharge. The supercharge mechanic in Reignited Trilogy is completely different to what it was back in the original. Especially if you're playing with keyboard and mouse. Purely because in keyboard and mouse, you can do some absolutely insane turning with supercharge. And it blows my mind. It still blows my mind to date, to be honest. And I've even tried doing a little bit of keyboard mouse stuff, but my keyboard, just to show off, is actually wireless, so like I don't trust this thing one bit, so I don't actually run with it. Again, as I said, I'm a bit of a controller traditionalist, so I'm going to stick with the controller, stick with what looks nice as well to watch. I'm actually also running Spyro Reignited 3, any percent, for ESA, which is in a few weeks' time as well, folks, so make sure to check that out. My mate Zik3 will also be running Spyro Reignited Trilogy 2 40 Orb as well. Basically, I will try and do a little bit of a keyboard mouse strap for that, but that's only for one minigame, which is for tanks. For Tanks 2 for that. Purely because the controlling and aiming mechanic as well is also a lot better in with keyboard and mouse. Again, shouts to all of you first-person shooter folks. You probably know what I'm on about when I mean by aiming with keyboard and mouse, right? We have a few of those moments in Reignited Trilogy, to be honest. So here we are, is Alpine Ridge. Now, Alpine is a bit of a notorious level for Reignited. The reason why I say that is because when the PC version first came out, obviously we had the ability to change frame rate. Basically, we were thinking, you know what, 60 FPS is quite a nice frame rate to run because it looks nice, doesn't it? Obviously, it's the whole graphically appealing thing, right? But the one issue that this game has is that this wall right in front of me, it actually breaks in 60 frames a second, which is actually a bit upsetting. So you basically have to change your frame rate to then get the wizard to bring the wall down and then carry on like usual, you know? But, you know, what it is, and us speedrunners, we either work with what we have or we carry on with what we know, basically, you know? We go with what's fast and what we feel is most consistent, you know? That's why I'm not doing keyboard mouse stuff, because I'm very used to this. Again, heads up as well, folks, this game is speedrunnable on both console and PC, but if you're running on console, make sure to keep an eye on that in-game timer to show at the end of your run. And for PC, you obviously have your loadless timer. Did I just see Emma say motor silence for Nost wireless keyboard not being... Yeah, sorry keyboard, they're there. You're trustworthy for Left 4 Dead, but I don't trust you for Spyro, I'm sorry. Right, and there we go. Next up is High Caves. I should also mention as well, I've got 3 Thief eggs so far. So I'm on egg count. I'm not going to get that Thief purely because I have already got the eggs that I needed so far. I'm still going for these flying skips, which I'm still getting. Phew, this coffee's working.
I'll have a cup of what you're having for my runs tomorrow, I think.
Have you?
Oh, I hope so. I want a cup of that stuff.
Oh,
that's some strong coffee you got going.
Yeah, oh my word, mate. It's caffeine. It's definitely got the caffeine in there. The only issue is, though, Viper, is I don't know how buzzed I'm going to be for the rest of the night now. Because I'm probably not going to be sleeping till 12 o'clock. Don't tell me you are running in the evening as well. Are you running in the evening, or...?
I think about 4, half 4, 5-ish, something like that tomorrow.
You'll be fine then. You'll be fine then. You'll get a nice comfy sleep after the coffee. After the coffee.
Oh yeah. I got work Monday morning, so I'm like, good job I'm not. It's a good job my run's not too late.
Yeah, well, that's good then. You'll probably be a little bit more used to that coffee as well with work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that. You could say that.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. I'm not addicted to the stuff, but I do like a good cup of coffee in the morning.
If it's one of those ones that has the taste behind it, you have to go for it, right? I don't want to plug any coffee brands, but I do like my Costa. I will say.
And people say, oh, you have to drink tea if you're British. Well, true, yeah, but I prefer coffee.
Same.
Fight me.
I prefer coffee as well, to be honest. Come on, Wizard Peak. Oh, Wizard Peak's the awkward one to get. The other awkward one's Dry Canyon, but I've already got that one, thankfully. Whew. But yeah, to anyone that believes you have to like tea to be British and stuff like that, I'm sorry that the stereotype is seeking, but I'm not one of those people. Sadly, I'm definitely a coffee one for definite. My brother likes his tea actually.
I can already see a comment war going on right now.
Here we go.
I'm like, here we go.
Here we go. Right then,
tea
chat.
Versus coffee, the great debate.
Yeah, tea versus coffee. Let's hear it.
It'll be like tea. Well, it's a good job it's not based on tea bags. Like Yorkshire tea's better. No, PG Tips is better. No, Tesco tea's better.
The Yorkshire
better.
tea, Tetley. Yeah, oh my word. There's so many. It's the same with coffee though. There's so many like things to choose from. Like which one's the best? Like
I always have Nescafe, so I can't say.
That's fair. Like I can have Colombian, and I've also can have like any Americano coffee, and just Then it's also a matter of, do you have milk in your drink? Do you not have milk in your drink? Do you have it, so do you have it dark? Do you have it decaf? Do you have it, like, so many different ways? And, it is what it is. Coffee is coffee. Tea is tea. I do like fruit teas, though. I'm a bit of a sucker for fruit teas.
I always think, why is it that, like, in terms of tea and coffee, everyone's got their own personal favourite. The one thing I can't stand is tea or coffee with no milk. I can't drink the stuff outright. Like, tea, coffee, I'm fine if it's got milk and sugar, obviously.
No
coffee, it's like, no milk,
No one tell Viper that I'm actually drinking a dark Americano right now. I'm sorry.
Oh no, betrayal.
Betrayal!
How could you, Nost? How could you?
Just need to get the caffeine in there, man. Need to get the caffeine. Spyro's going blue.
I like how this turned from a Spyro run into let's talk about coffee for an hour.
Coffee, folks. Coffee stream. But to be fair, like, again, this is the beauty with any percent no balloon escape. A lot of this is just very movement tech. So, like, a lot of it is just practice, stick to a route, get a good feel of the run, and that's kind of it. Everything else sort of, like, I think most of it's down to muscle. I leave it to muscle memory a bit. Like, I've ran this category for quite a while, that I can even move over to the other games in the trilogy, and I'll come back to NBS like I've missed nothing. Other than the flying
That's
skips.
muscle memory and a half.
That is
definitely muscle memory.
Yeah. So one thing as well so this is Crystal Flight. Crystal Flight's a bit of an interesting one. This obviously shows a few more different things, like, charging you can now do in flights, which allows you to turn a lot more sharper. One thing I'm not allowed to do, which I did earlier, is press triangle. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to jinx myself, so I'm going to try not and say it anymore. But basically, the triangle button in the flight will absolutely kill Spyro's glide completely, and it will just drop. It'll just drop to the water, and that's it. And if you obviously do that later on in the flight level, I'll be losing a lot of time from that, so I don't want to try it. I did two very bad practice runs earlier, so hopefully this one's making up for it. I blame the coffee, and I'll blame Viper as well for bringing up the tea-coffee conversation.
Yay!
Hope everyone's enjoying UKSG though. Got plenty of more runs coming out. I believe you've got Natty next, right? For CTR, which is that's pretty pog. That's pretty pog. You got a bit of a splash section coming on here, folks. So make sure to go check out Natty's run next.
Yeah, we have actually 2 crash runs back to back.
Oh yeah, we got CD
as well.
We got CD Romatron as well with what was it, Mind Over Mutant?
Mind Over Mutant. Oh, aye.
Got a good schedule tonight, then, folks. This is your start of you've just had your Sonic, and now we're blending your Sonic to your Splash now. Right, Blowhard actually, I should mention, is a bit of an awkward level because I don't really want to lose Sparks early on. Thankfully, I haven't, but there's also a section here where I could lose Sparks. Well, I will lose Sparks just because I choose to. I'd like to get that 5 gem though. Oh, am I losing time for this? No thank you, game. Another thing I should also mention with flying skipping as well. It's quite nice, because what you're doing is, because you're exiting and re-entering the game again, every time you reopen the game, you actually get Sparks back to yellow. Because the game sort of treats it like not like a death, it's sort of like... Well, I suppose it's like a death. It's a deathless death. I don't know what I'm you get what I mean, right? It's like, you quit the game, you go back in, you're not losing a life, but you're basically telling the game, actually, I want to go back here to a checkpoint. Or actually, you go back to the beginning of the level, essentially, with it.
Isn't that called cheating?
No, it's not cheating in the slightest. What you on about?
Making things faster.
Cheating is changing Spyro's color to blue, actually, in this game.
I'll give you that one. We do actually have a quick donation if you got time.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have a $22 donation from Tiny Tim saying, "Hey all, donating for my good friend, the amazing Nost. You are a legend and are my favourite dragon. Thank you so much for bringing me so much joy and entertainment. Cheers."
Cheers, Tim. You are a legend. Right back at you, mate. Honestly, I'm giving all my loves back to Tim because he's an absolute champ. And I really miss him. We were just saying a moment ago before the run went live that really would love to, because I know that obviously COVID-19's being a bit of a world issue at the moment. I can't wait for in-person events to come back because there's so many speedrunning friends that I absolutely miss, and I can't wait to see you all again, basically.
I should also mention as well that $22 went towards the tuxedo, shall we say, tuxedo incentive, the donation target as well. We're currently out at 87 out of 300, so if you want to see the gang or whoever's, those that are appearing at the end of the marathon in their snazzy suits and ties and tuxedos, then be sure to get the donations in and meet that target.
That sounds absolutely snazzy. That sounds like top-notch snaz. Get in there, folks. Let's see.
The way I'm looking at it, I'm like, basically, if you want to see everyone dressed as James Bond, then I think you should be. I think that's pretty much what it is.
Oh, I've just realised. Because I got Spyro wearing glasses, I've actually got a pair of glasses myself that I should have got on. I'll get them in a moment. If I get time, I'd say, okay, if I get time while he skips every single load screen in the game. I'll try to. Oh. Tuxedo stream. Actually, no, I've got a load screen here, I forgot. I'll do it just for Wildflight, just for Wildflight. Folks, I'm staying in fashion, okay? Spyro's wearing his glasses, so I'm wearing my glasses. Right, Wildflight is, I'd say, the most awkward flight in this run. Because you are flying the closest as you can to the water. And basically, one thing I should mention about flight mechanics is the closer you fly to water, the faster Spyro goes. He gets a little bit more forward momentum. Now, another thing I should mention with Wild Flight is also the quickest flight. But... nice to see so many glasses in chat. Oh, I love it. You folks are amazing. Yeah, cool cat. Let's see all the cool cats in chat. I'll take a 48. That's good. That's good. Why are my glasses broken? I've worn them too much, Mayu. I'm sorry. I've worn them way too much. Right, so next up is everyone's favorite level. It's Misty Bog. Definitely not the level notorious for being rather tricky, because some of the enemies in this level are quite a challenge. Basically, you've got these Nork dudes. Their reaction time is rather fast. You've got these boars that will basically charge up to you no matter how close you are. And you've also got these frogs. Weirdly, their reaction time is tied to frame rate. In 30, you can charge them immediately. You'll be seeing me do that a little bit later. I nearly jumped into the vortex then. That wouldn't have ended nice. But in 50, their reaction time is actually a little bit quicker than charging. So they will be able to attack you just before, literally just a few frames before Spyro literally touches the collision for the hitbox for the frogs. So we're doing this little section around here just to get some nice lovely gems in Misty Bog. It's got plenty of big gems here. Right, here are these frogs. I'm gonna try and get this one. Oh, I should have went for him. That was my error there, but that's fine. Because I can then go pick up his gem and go back around for that one, just like that. These trees are also quite scary. If anyone can remember, these trees were quite scary in the in OG specifically. I think this run is probably the one that can compare most to how OG is done. The only difference is in OG you've got tricks like Coveless, Rack Proxy, Twilight Harbor skip, which are all absolutely amazing skips, whereas in Reignited we don't have any of those. We just have flying skips and Cove Glide. But it's all good. You get to see Spyro in all good high definition and stuff, right? Oh, same Marching Beast. Yeah, those trees were really, really scary. There's also a section in Misty Bog, which I haven't gone for, but a lot of basically is an area you have to get in 120, which is the completionist category, which is the Hell Room. There is another word for it, but I'll just call it the Hell Room for ease of sake, basically. I wanted to get a flying skip there, because Treetops is a level I get a bit of real-time loss in. But, you know what? I can still skip this cutscene when you first get him. I can still skip it. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Smooth. So you see that green thief, he's just running away like mad, because basically that first section I should have got a cutscene. But only till like a few months back. Shoutouts to Bobby, Bill, and Greensoul. I believe they found a cutscene skip, and real-time wise, I'm going to use that. Of course I'm going to use that. So here is a few more supercharged sections, obviously, within the game. This is Troublesome Treetops. This is the first of Troublesome. It's actually not that bad anymore. I think I'm a bit too more used to it. However, there's a section a little bit later which is a little bit troublesome, because it's what I dubbed Tree Hug, where on controller you basically have to try and tap the wall, which on keyboard and mouse you can do really easy. This level actually becomes quite a challenge with keyboard and mouse. But again, my keyboard and mouse are both taking a break because I don't know how to do that. I'm going to just show you controller strats. There is keyless, so, you know, I collected the key earlier in this level. Yeah, no, I don't need that key anymore. That's just there now, chilling on the screen. Have a free key, everyone. Have a free key for a chest I've just destroyed. Alright, here we go. Here's Tree Hug. Ooh, smooth. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a bit of RTA save. Right, here's Troublesome 2. Hopefully I can get this one first try. Nice. The only thing I don't like is having to flame these fan chests. I could charge them, but they're a bit awkward sometimes. That was a late flame. What the heck? Right. Right, so here is where, obviously, this is coming to the end of Treetops. Oh, actually, I didn't get... That's fine. I thought I... Okay. Okay. So, folks, I've also got, my RTA timer up on my side, and this pace right now is kind of hype. It's actually kind of hype. I'm kind of scared right now. It's kind of good.
So scary it's good?
Basically, yeah. It's getting me nervous. Getting me nervous. That should also be a little bit more time save there of that Metalhead flying skip. Also getting Sparks back to yellow, which is really, really nice. Right, so this is Metalhead. Metalhead in our little Spyro speedrunning community. So shouts to Spyro speedrunning. Heads up, we also do have a speedrunning Discord server for it. So if anyone would love to learn this game, or specifically Spyro Reignited Trilogy, any of the 3 games, please feel free to join it. We're very, very friendly, very helpful community. Hoping that, getting new runners as quick as they can to get to as best as they can, We've got also plenty of guides. I've actually got a guide for this specific run, so if you would like to check that out, if you're interested, then, there's that one as well. So yeah, this is Metalhead. This is dubbed Jankman within our community, purely because sometimes Metalhead can be a bit weird, because he's a bit unpredictable sometimes. Purely because, He can be a bit janky. You can throw dudes like that, which is absolutely fine. That's actually helpful for me. But a little bit later in Phase 2, he can sometimes get a little bit trapped within the dude that he's throwing, to the point where he'll just start floating off into really random directions. And yeah, it's a bit interesting. We've got a whole, basically, jank compilation of Jankman that was compiled by my friend and moderator for this game, Randy Babandi. Purely because, yeah, the Reignited Trilogy is interesting as well, to say the least, of a speed game, because a lot of things happen that you don't expect to happen. And you know what? It makes good content. Sadly, though, Jankman's playing nice. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'd say that's a good thing. It makes the run good, per se. I should also mention as well, I need to be very careful with these flying skips. As much as I'm doing well getting them, it's actually a big risk to play. Purely because there's another option I could press, which is exit level. If I press exit level while doing a flying skip, I actually softlock the game. Which I don't want to happen. No one wants that to happen. If that happens, I'm going to have to do Ballooner skip any percent for you all. But, you know, I've already nearly halfway into this run now. Or, actually, I'm over halfway into this run, so we don't want to see anything like that accidentally happening, so we'll carry on like usual. Actually, I'm near on, like, the last section of this run anyway now, so, you know, we'll keep on going. So, I generally try and aim for around 5,170 gems at this point in Dreamweavers. I'm rather fine on gems at the moment, so this is all rather good so far. This is very, very good. This is what I would dub a very spicy run right now. Very spicy. So, Dreamweavers, if you liked this homeworld, I'm very, very sorry. You are not going to see hardly any of it, because we're only going to do 2 levels in this homeworld, which is Icy Fly and Jacques. The reason why we do this is Icy Fly, all flight levels are basically really, really good. Really, really good for getting gems really quick. Because obviously you're getting 300 gems in basically a span of just over a minute, or in Wildflight's case and Icy Flight's case, just under a minute. And then we're going for Jacques, which is the final boss, which has basically one of the best gem counts in the game. The thing is with Jacques as well is he's basically our compensation level of the run, where we then have to get as close as we can to 6,000. And depending on how many gems I've got before the boss, basically changes how much of that specific level I have to do. So the more gems I've got before entering Jacques, the better, basically. But to keep within like optimizations, we try and aim only really to get about 330 gems within Jacques, I believe. It's around 330. No Dreams. So yeah, sorry Dylan. Yeah, I'm not doing Dreamweaver's Jump for the fans. I'm gonna stay safe with gems today. Dreamweaver's Jump does save time. It saves 3 seconds, but if I die, I'll be losing 10. And I think that's 10 loadless, so imagine what that would be real time, Dylan, if I mess that up. I don't want to go for that. This is the really important thing with running against real time, because shoutouts to OG runners as well. I used to run OG, and actually I used to run on console for this as well, where everything that I used to do used to be real time. And then when this game came out on PC, we then obviously had the loadless timer. So basically consistency is everything within running against real time. Absolutely is everything. Especially within the flying skips, of course, but I've done a lot of those. I believe I've only got 4 more left to do now, and I have not counted how many I've done this entire run. But this is our final flight of the level. Of the game even, I should say. Our final flight of the game. Right, I'm going to try and get this Randy strat if I can. No, I missed it. Dang. Randy found a nice little strat the other day, quite recently, which is if you pause in the exact frame that you get your final requirement, you can actually get all the gems and come out of the level like immediately, which will save you. That actually saves you that whole animation. It's an animation skip. So, folks, I'm going to do a little bit of mental maths. Oh, that's perfect. So, I believe I've now just got a nice smallish route. I say mental maths. I don't know how many gems I'd need to get, actually. I'm going to do it on a whim, folks. Unless folks from Spyro Speed running want to help me out on how many gems I should get. I'm just going to wing this because I have an idea how many gems I need to get. It should be fine. Getting that flying skip's good anyway. Oof, okay. Well, I'll take that damage. That's fine. Whatever. Again, flying skip means nothing to me on that. Right, so here is Jacques. He is our penultimate boss. He is scary to say the least. But also, there's a really funky thing with this platform coming up here. I can just pop. Yeah, there's a that thing's hollow. It's kind of nice. Right, so here is Jacques done. He will give us 100 gems there. 75 gems coming up here. I will then leave through the vortex just to get out of this level as quick as I can. Nice and smooth. I believe I've got enough. I'm over by 16 gems. That's more than I could ask for. Brilliant. So, now we have done Dreamweavers. Here we are coming up. Is North Nexus. North Nexus is our final homeworld. I've only got 3 levels left to go through. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to free Delbin, because Delbin's a requirement to open up for the next level coming up. And then going through Cove, the requirement for that is to get through the Vortex. Going through the Vortex will open up Twilight Harbor's head. Going through the Vortex in Twilight Harbor will open up Nasty Nork's head. And then end is in sight, basically, from then onwards. Alright, so here we are as Delbin. See if I can get another flying skip coming in here with Cove. This is brilliant. Right, so here we go. We have now got Cove Glide coming up here. Cove Glide is our little end of level trick, I should say. Which is really, really nice to do. Gets us right to the end of the level. Don't need to worry about much else. I am also very notorious for failing this as well. But only once. Only once. Thankfully. Whew. Oh, I can take the sweat off my brow. Oh, for you. Right, anyway, so that's that one done. That's one down. Now we've got Twilight Harbor coming next. Oh, and that one's smooth and done. Oh boy, this is getting a really spicy run, folks. I don't want to brag or anything, but you are all probably looking at the real-time world record for this run right now, which is kind of dope. I'm actually a whole minute ahead of my PB, looking back at my splits, which is kind of insane. So, no throwing today, Nost. You're not allowed to throw today. No Cletus. No Cletus for me today. There we are, that's Twilight. Oh boy, folks. Oh boy, this is getting tight. This is getting real tight. Whew. Here we are, see, that's Twilight done. Here comes Cove. Oh, Nost, you didn't get flying skip. Feels bad, man. That's time loss. I hope you all like load screens, because this is going to be the last load screen you'll see. But it's all good, it's all fine. What we've got finally is Nasty Nork. Nasty Nork is obviously our main evil villain of this game, so we're going to finally finish him off. I'm going to get these 2 thieves nice and quick. Then you head over to the first section where you get the key to unlock the platform to lower it down. You then do a final chase to Nasty, flame him the first time, and then the second time will be time, basically. So heads up, announcer and tech. This is obviously a last level of the run. Oh my goodness, Nost, what are you doing? Oh no, he's throwing for content, folks. What is he doing? What is he doing? What's he doing? He's throwing. He's just gonna let the thief just run around. Is he really gonna do this? Nah, I'm not gonna do this. Not today. I'm still positive you'll be seeing a real-time world record, folks. I still believe. No, I still believe. You all just got to know that I chased the thief around twice doing that. It's amazing, right? What are you doing, Nost? Right, so here is our first flame coming up. Oh yeah, this is comfortably going to be a sub 45. Oh boy. Right, that's our first flame. Okay, heads up to Tech and Viper that time comes up when this next flame is dealt. Time. Oh my word. That has probably been one of the most insane NBS runs I've ever done, folks. And I'm so glad that all of you at UKSG have been able to witness that. What time did you have on the UKSG side, folks?
44-42 on our side.
Yeah, that is, folks, that is real-time world record by 30 seconds. Sub 45, I can't believe that. That's insane. I can't believe that. That's mental. Folks, thank you all so much for watching. I'm actually finished 5 minutes ahead of from my estimate because of that. So hopefully that gives UKSG a bit of time for a bit of a breather and set up for Natty, who's gonna be doing CTR next, folks. Absolute hype. First of all, I want to thank my boy Magnus, who's this dragon here, who is our best boy, I should say, to say the least. I've got 5 minutes to spend, right? I can show this dragon off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Best dragon, right? So, before I end up my little segment, just because I've got 5 minutes to spend, would anyone like me to show off anything at all? Actually, no, I have got one thing I could show off, actually, and it's actually within this homeworld in itself. I completely forgot about it. Actually, I've got two things I could show off, if people would like. One is the, Uh-oh! What is this? What is Nost doing? He's broken the game. He's just gone underneath. He's just gone underneath the floor. A thing. So yeah, folks, this is just a little trick. Now the funny thing is I could roll twice, and that's probably the closest I can get to the portal. If say like the thing's closed, this is the closest I can get to the portal when it's closed, which is a nice little theory. If we ever find a way to do a nasty skip in the future, I would love to see a method like this, where Spyro is literally inside the water there. Look, he blends in perfectly, right? To go in there. However, the one issue is, though, is if I, like, move a tiny little bit... Oof, there we go. Dead. Bit upsetting. Don't really like to see it. But, you know, it happens. Right, and the second thing I'm going to show you all is actually, because, you know what? I've showed you no balloonist skip, right? Shall I show you balloonist skip, if I'm able to? I have not done this trick for a while. So first of all is you go to your options, you change your frame rate to 60 frames a second. You go to this corner. So basically, folks, this is the trick that I don't do. This is the reason why any percent NBS exists. Purely because this trick here allows you to get out of bounds within Peacekeepers, and then right at the very back of Peacekeepers is a dev platform that if you stand on will allow you to basically go to any world you like without needing any requirements. It's that simple. It's like that. Well, it's that mental. It's hidden that right at the back. It's basically our little answer to the cheat code, I suppose. But like, I still don't understand why it was just left there. It's just, you know. But folks, yes. So just to let you all know, I'm now doing nothing right now. This is what's insane about no balloonist skip, right? Well, no, not no balloonist skip, with balloonist skip. A sixth of the run is this.
Literally sat around waiting for the clip to happen by the looks of it.
Yeah. This is a whole this is a whole minute of loadless time. That you just do nothing. And that's a sixth of your run done. And there you are, I've now clipped out of bounds. Now, question is, does Nost know how to do the out of bounds route? Because I have not done so basically, just to give you all a heads up, with balloonist skip, if I fall out out of bounds, there is no death plane out of bounds. Spyro will just be eternally falling. The only way to reset him is to exit game and go back in again. And then there's the other challenge of not falling back in bounds. If you fall in bounds, you then have to do all this thing all over again. So I'm going to give this a try. Not done it in a while. But I'll do it for the fans.
I've not heard that saying for a while. We do it for the fans. We do it for the fans.
Well, the brilliant thing is the... Actually, you know what? No, you know what? I may have failed that, but there's still one trick I can show you all, which you're all gonna absolutely love. This is gonna be the little final showcase. I am now gonna crank my graphics all the way to max. What does it say? Is it gonna say? Is it gonna stay at 60? Oh, it's gonna cap. Wait, hold on. Can I turn off my V? Alright, here we go, folks. Maximum frame rate. Maximum frame rate. I'm gonna send Spyro to space. Get ready, folks.
I'm not prepared for this. I mean, it's enough that Spyro can fly, but the fact that he goes to space, that's just something else.
Bye, Spyro. Bye.
Oh my
Bye, Spyro. It's nice knowing you, man. Have fun.
And just like that, Spyro's never heard from again.
Yeah. And he's gone. Yeah, so basically, folks, this is the entire of Clifftown. This is the entire world you're seeing right here. And that tiny little speck is the is the level that you're playing. So I could just...
Next Spyro game will be set in space. It'll
just
start where he just gets launched about 500 years into the...
Yeah, Spyro. This is Spyro 4, folks. This is Spyro 4. Spyro in space. This is what it all happens. Oh, it's brilliant as well. I can hear my graphics card tanking itself right now, being in 274 frames. But yeah, it's really weird. So basically, right, what I've just done there is there's the Nils Ferry proxy, where if you basically go to the corner, you can get a what I will call the yeet. Or what a lot of people will call the yeet. But the higher the frame rate, the higher Spyro goes. It's insane. It's absolutely incredible. This is why you've got to love games sometimes which tie its physics to frame rate, you know? So yeah, and that's it, folks. That is Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Spyro the Dragon, any percent MBS, real-time world record for you folks. And a little preview of Spyro 4, Spyro in space. I hope you have all enjoyed. My name is Nost. Go and check me out over at NostTW. I'm also live on my channel over there. Thank you so much, UKSG, for having me. Thank you, Mayu, for doing the tech, and thank you, Viper, for being absolutely awesome host. And again, thank you, everyone at home, for watching. You've been amazing. Cheers, me dears. And I'll hopefully see you all back on this channel at ESA in 2 weeks' time with some Spyro 3 on Reignited Trilogy. Alrighty? Thanks, everyone.
Nice. Thanks again, Nost. Thanks for the awesome run. And just so everyone knows, we have got, as Nost has mentioned earlier on in this run, that we have got a little mini crash block coming up next, starting with Crash Team Racing, being run by our very own Natty. He's doing the 80% Warpless category. That will then be followed by Crash Mind of a Mutant. And whilst we're on the subject of goodbyes and au revoir, I've actually got a tech shift switch. So the host will now be Mendez, I think it is. He'll be taking over for the next few runs for the evening. So I hope you guys enjoy his company and have yourselves a good event. Cheers.
Cheers.